Alright, well, this is Hobbes. It is Kaleidoscope Gathering 2014. Before me has the Ferryman. Thoughts on the Stag King. You could have knocked me over with a feather when this was announced to me that I was going to be the Stag King this year. It was very stiff competition. Everyone was very evenly matched. But all the other stags in this competition showed great honor, compassion, support, not only for me but for the others as well. And in the 2-kilometer run, I had 5 guys that refused to run off without me, leaving me behind. Even though I insisted that they just go on and I'd be all right, they're like, "No man left behind. We're going to walk with you." And so they stayed with me. We would sprint in certain sections and walk in other sections. And as we got closer to the end, more of the stags came back. People had crossed the line, finish line, came back and to encourage me to keep going and not give up. And so I tried to push through the last of it to the point where I exceeded the limits of my body. There was a little bit of shock there, but again, we were lucky. We had Loki, the medic, to take charge because I was going into low blood sugar and the shakes. But when we did the first trial, which was a zombie run, where the men were told they had 15 minutes to get to the archery field, and the dead Stag Kings were going to pick them off or try to capture them. I decided to let them all run ahead and get picked off one by one, and I would slip in through the cracks. And everything was going fine until Greg Curry, the current Stag King, stepped out from behind a car. And I said, you know, you're a live Stag King. You can't kill me. He says, "Do you wish to test that theory?" And so the two of us walked in the forest about 8 feet apart as he tracked my every movement. And he said, "So why do you think I should let you by?" And I said, "You should let me by because I have no interest in winning the Stag King. I'm here to see my brothers do well. And you can't do that if I'm dead." And he said, "Oh, that's interesting." He said, "But that's not, you need to promise me something. You need to give me something if I'm to spare your life." And I said, "If you let me by, I promise you I will push myself harder than I have ever done in any Stag King to earn your boon." And he says, "Oh, I accept that. Now come to my car and pick up my stuff." So we do that. And of course I get to the archery field 10 feet from the finish line, and he wasn't going to tell anyone. And who comes out of the woodwork with the ferryman saying, "I need to test something. Let's see if this is for real," puts his hands on me and kills me right before the end. Jerk. But I took that promise to heart. I would push myself. I wouldn't give up. I would push myself beyond the limits beyond the limits of despair and beyond the limits of my depression that tells me I'm going to fail, so why bother trying? And I pushed that away and tried to push through the more physical tests of this Stag King. And also, if I may say, beyond the Stag King, this year has been especially challenging because I find that my contribution to this community and this festival all comes from my voice. It comes from the words that I use, the things I say, and how I say it. And now I've lost my voice, and I was worried that I had nothing to contribute. But the Stag King proved to me that I do have more to contribute than just the voice, and that the folk are supportive. They're open to whatever contributions I can make, because we've spent 11 years investing in each other, and I do not take that investment for granted. I am very grateful, and that's all I have to say.